It is a hot, windy, 95 degrees out here. It's time to get out of here, get inside. But it's a nice cool, 65 degrees inside the 2024 Kawasaki Ridge XR HVAC system. Air condition is on full blast. Let's go. Welcome to Outdoor Madness, everyone, and as always, thanks for tuning in to another episode. I am Kerry Clark. All right, 2024 Kawasaki Ridge XR. But now, before we even get in to the Ridge, let's talk about the elephant in the garage, so to speak. Before Kawasaki launched the Ridge model, do you remember the teaser videos that they put out? I even put one out myself. So after seeing those teaser videos, what did you guys think? What were you expecting? Well, I'll tell you what I was expecting. I was expecting a high performance side-by-side, something like the KRX, but with maybe 120, 130, 140 horsepower, who knows? You know, peak premium performance, you know, and inline 4-cylinder engine. And then we got this, the Ridge. So, were you disappointed? I was, because we know what Kawasaki is capable of. I mean, look at the Ninja motorcycles. Some of the most fastest, reliable street bikes you can get on the planet. And when they put an inline 4-cylinder in this, I think that's what a lot of us were expecting. But here's the thing. After seeing the Ridge, and after spending 2 months with the Ridge, this was the missing link in Kawasaki's line of side-by-sides. So here's what I mean. You got the Teryx 2-seater and 4-seater. You got the KRX 2-seater and 4-seater, and then you have all the different Kawasaki mules. But Kawasaki does not have a side-by-side with a fully enclosed cab, and this is glass from the factory, right? HVAC system, power windows. I mean, this thing comes, this is the XR model, but there's 3 other models that you can get too. And this model has a 4-cylinder inline, fuel injected, 116 horsepower motor. The other 3, they have the same motor, but only 92 horsepower. So, I'm going to tell you what I love about this unit and what I absolutely hate about it. But I am glad that Kawasaki came out with this, because this is something that they needed. Can-Am and Polaris have these. And in my opinion, Kawasaki always makes a better side-by-side than those guys. That's just my opinion, because Kawasaki always concentrates on durability and reliability, not just performance. Alright you guys, so the first thing that I love about this unit is the fully enclosed cab. This is the first time I've ever driven a side-by-side with a fully enclosed cab. And it's pretty neat because you're out of the elements. Right now it's 93 degrees. And another thing that I love about being inside this fully enclosed cab is the HVAC system. When I first picked up this unit and got it home, I thought something was wrong with it. I'll tell you why. So we're inside right now, okay? Every time you close the door, I want you guys to hear this. Just listen to this. You hear that? Do it one more time. Yeah. Every time I close the door, I kept hearing that noise. I'm thinking, man, is something loose? Did somebody leave something in here? Because this is a pre-production unit. So I was thinking, well, maybe somebody else was test driving the thing or something, and they left something in here. I kept looking behind the seats down there, but let me tell you what it is. The cab on this thing is sealed so good that Kawasaki had to make a way for the air or the pressure to escape when you close the door in the side-by-side. So I'm going to go over to the other side and show you guys what I'm talking about. So right down here, see this flap? That's what you're hearing. So that's how good Kawasaki sealed this cab. I mean, it is airtight. Being inside this thing, inside a fully enclosed cab, power windows and everything, it's like driving a little mini pickup truck. It really is. It's pretty cool. So you can see the HVAC system here. Basically, it's like a car. You've got your hot and cold right here. You've got your fan right here that goes up to number 4, and this is to turn the compressor on and off. Compressor is off right now. Turn the AC on, it's on right there now. You've got defrost. You can direct the cold air to your face, to your feet and to your face, and then also to your feet. So basically, like I said, it's like driving a little mini pickup truck. Really neat. I mean, there's no way I would be out here right now in this temperature. I mean, it's not that bad, but still, having that HVAC system with a fully enclosed cab like this is really neat. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys the radiator on this thing. I've already driven this thing. I've had it already for 2 months, and I've already driven it for over an hour at one time in 100-degree weather with the air conditioning on, and I've never had any overheating issues or anything. So let's take a look over here. This is your radiator right here for the motor, and this is the radiator for the air conditioning. All right, so now let's pop this little grill off here. Just go like that, comes right off, and now take a look at the size of that radiator right there, you guys. I mean, the thing is huge. You know, it goes all the way up from here, all the way down. Here's the sides right there and right there. That's just for the HVAC system, or for your air conditioning.
You look at it from the side over here too. But that's one of the reasons why you can drive this thing in 100-degree weather and it doesn't overheat on you. At least I haven't had any issues with it yet. And also, can you see the electric fan right there? Yeah, there's the fan right there. I mean, that thing is huge. It's got a humongous electric fan, just a single one. Doesn't have two small units, but has a really big single electric fan on it. So I've never had the temperature gauge go above halfway. It's always been at halfway, even when I've been climbing hills and everything on this. And something else about the cooling system and heating system too. So you see how you have your vents here. So you've got a vent here, one here, you have one over there on the side, then you want to have one over here too. So one on the driver's side, one on the passenger side, and you can adjust them. You see how you can adjust them? You can close them fully. Right here, you can adjust these two. So pretty neat. Okay, you guys, so here's something that I don't like about this unit. The suspension. So here's what I mean. This is your typical Kawasaki mule suspension. When you get in sections like this, when you're crawling, you're going pretty slow and you've got these rutted sections. I'm in low right now. I mean, as long as you're going slow, it's okay. But when you push it, the suspension is just too soft. I mean, it's like you're going like this, back and forth all over the place, you know? So, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. Not for this unit, not for the XR. I think that Kawasaki should have at least upgraded the shocks on the XR, maybe to Fox shocks or something like that. But I know John Hester. Hester's Motorsports. I'm sure you're working on some of your Hester Edition Elkas for this unit. So something that I've always complained about when it comes to the mules, the Kawasaki mules, is you can't adjust the seats. You can't even adjust the driver's seat. Well, what I love about the Ridge,
especially this model. Kawasaki gave us 2 bucket seats, not bench seats, but bucket seats. And these seats are just like the seats on the Teryx, except for they have a different, like embroidery or different cover on them. It's almost like a wetsuit material. But now you can adjust the driver's seat and you can adjust the passenger seat. And I've always said the Kawasaki Teryx, in my opinion, comes with some of the most comfortable seats that you could get stock from the factory in a side-by-side. And these things are so comfortable. Way to go, Kawasaki. Way to go.
For some reason, every time I come here, this trail seems to get steeper and steeper. Now before, you guys see this ditch right here? I guess that ditch was getting a little wore down, but now it's getting more and more. It's just eroding away, I'm sure, over time. But man, it's like every time I come here, it just gets steeper and steeper. But this is a really cool area over here. So far, we're going on 2 hours right now, and I still haven't shut the ridge off. The temperature has never gone over half on the engine, and we'll check the belt temperature when we get in there right now, but it's probably like at 140. I'm thinking maybe 145. But yeah, this thing is steep. Let's tilt this down. So I don't know if you guys can see the gauge, the dash right there. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see. So the belt temperature is at 141, and you can see the engine temperature is still at half. And I've got the AC on still. I've had it on the whole time for 2 hours now. And it's still about 95 degrees outside. So, pretty good. See what you guys think about this. So, this is Chris. Chris used to ride motocross, and he used to do freestyle. And of course, he had an accident, and now he's paralyzed from the waist down. Really nice guy. But he still loves getting out. In fact, he takes that wheelchair all over the place. But he was asking me if you could buy a side-by-side with controls on the steering wheel. He wanted me to ask Kawasaki, or just get everyone's opinion on what do you think about if Kawasaki or just any manufacturer came out with a side-by-side that you could special order with the throttle control, of course, and the brakes on the steering wheel. I told him, you know, I'd run that by my audience, see what they think, and just to see what Kawasaki thinks about it. And let me know, some of you guys might know of an aftermarket company that makes those type of controls that you could put on the steering wheel, just somewhere on the dash where you can operate the throttle and the gas. But yeah, Chris, really nice guy. You know, the guy really loves the outdoors just like I do, and loves dirt bikes, loves side-by-sides, but that's something he's really interested in. So let me know what you guys think. All right, so something else I wanted to show you guys too is the interior lighting on the Kawasaki Ridge. This is what I like too. And you see the blue lights down here? Lights up the floor. Over here is down by the foot pedals, gas and brake. And you've got these blue lights that light up your switches, which is really cool. Also comes with a overhead dome light. See that? Yeah, so like I said, this thing is just like a little miniature four-wheel drive truck. All right, guys, well, after having the Ridge XR for 2 months, I can definitely say that Kawasaki has another winner. Is it perfect? No. I mean, let's face it, there is no perfect side-by-side. But what I love about the Ridge is it's Kawasaki's first fully enclosed side-by-side from the factory. It has a 4-cylinder motor, which I love. I just don't like the way it revs so high, but I think it's just a matter of getting used to it. The HVAC system is awesome. I've been in this thing now for almost 3 hours, and I haven't shut it off. In fact, if you can see right there, my fuel light is flashing. So I'm headed home right now before I run out of gas. But I haven't had one issue with this thing, and this is a pre-production unit. So for Kawasaki's first attempt at a fully enclosed unit and all the extra things they add on it, I definitely think it's a winner. If I were to buy this thing though, I would definitely upgrade the suspension, because I do a lot more aggressive riding than just regular you know, just regular trail riding. That's just what I do. But I think it's a winner. It's a hit. The Kawasaki Ridge 2024 XR model is a winner, and I think Kawasaki's going to sell a lot of them. So thanks again for tuning in to another episode, you guys. I am Kerry Clark. Don't forget to give us that thumbs up and subscribe, and you know the story. I'll see you somewhere right out there in the great outdoors.